It was Halloween night, and like every year, I was home alone. My parents were at a party, and my little sister was out trick-or-treating with her friends. I had the simple job of handing out candy, but our house sat at the very end of a quiet cul-de-sac, so we never got many visitors. I sat on the couch, scrolling through my phone, half watching a horror movie in the background. The doorbell rang. I jumped slightly, not expecting it. I grabbed the bowl of candy and opened the door. A single child stood there in a costume, a tattered, old-looking scarecrow outfit with a burlap sack mask. The mask had small black eyes and an eerie stitched smile. "Trick or treat," the child mumbled. His voice was low, barely audible. Something about him made me uneasy, but I forced a smile and dropped some candy into his plastic pumpkin bucket. "Happy Halloween," I said. He didn't respond. He just stood there, staring at me through those hollow black eyes. You okay?" I asked. He tilted his head to the side, then, without a word, turned and walked away. I watched him disappear into the night. I shut the door and locked it, brushing off the strange encounter. Probably just some awkward kid, I thought. An hour passed. The neighborhood had gone silent, and I had turned off the porch light, signaling we were done giving out candy. I was about to go upstairs when the doorbell rang again. My stomach sank. I hesitated. I wasn't expecting anyone. I peeked through the peephole and my breath hitched. Standing on my porch was the same scarecrow child. Only now he wasn't holding a candy bucket. I stepped back, my mind racing. Why was he back? I stayed completely still, hoping he'd think I wasn't home. But then a soft tapping came at the door. Not knocking, tapping. Slow, deliberate. I grabbed my phone and texted my parents, but they didn't respond. The tapping turned into knocking, harder this time. Then I heard something else, a rustling noise coming from the side of the house. My blood ran cold. I crept to the window and peeked through the blinds. My stomach twisted. There was someone else, another scarecrow figure standing by the bushes, just standing, not moving, not looking at the door, looking up, looking at my bedroom window. My hands trembled as I dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? There's someone at my house, I whispered, my voice shaking. They won't go away. The operator asked me for my address and told me to stay on the line. As I backed away from the window, the knocking stopped. Silence filled the house. My own breathing sounded deafening. Then, a loud bang, this time from the back door. I nearly dropped the phone. The back door led to our kitchen. I turned just in time to see the doorknob jiggling violently. My heart pounded in my ears. "The back door," I gasped. "They're at the back door now." The operator stayed calm, assuring me the police were on their way. I grabbed the biggest knife from the kitchen drawer and ran upstairs, locking myself in my room. My hands shook as I clutched the knife and pressed my back against the door. Then the worst sound yet. A creak. Not from the doors, not from the windows. From inside the house, the floorboards in the hallway groaned under the weight of footsteps. Slow, heavy, deliberate. I covered my mouth to stifle my breathing. My bedroom door was locked, but I knew that wouldn't stop whoever was out there if they wanted in. I heard a whisper from behind the door. A scratchy, hollow voice, "Trick or treat." I clenched my eyes shut, praying the police would get here in time. The doorknob rattled, then silence again. Minutes felt like hours. Then finally, sirens. Red and blue lights flashed through my window, and I heard a voice yell, "Police! If anyone's in the house, come out now." I didn't move until I heard officers storming inside. I unlocked my door and ran downstairs. The front door was wide open. The officers searched the house, but they found nothing. No signs of forced entry, no footprints, no evidence that anyone had even been there, except for one thing, a single piece of candy left in the middle of the living room floor. A small, orange-wrapped piece of candy corn. The officers assured me it was likely just some Halloween prank. But I knew better. Someone or something had been inside my house, and they had left me a treat.